Hey everyone, it's Linus81. So back in February, I ordered an Ancestry DNA test. What really drew me towards wanting to do this is because I saw a lot of African American people ordering the test, doing the test, and when they received the results, it broke down different regions of Africa that your DNA could be traced to, and these are my results. 93% Africa, 38% from the Ivory Coast or from Ghana, 18% Nigeria, 17% Congo or Cameroon, and then 14% Togo. And then there are trace regions, 6%, and trace regions are Mali and Senegal. So that's really interesting because my mom being from Grenada, and my dad being from Barbados, the slaves that were brought from Africa to work on the plantations in the Caribbean, I always read that they were from West Africa primarily, so to have a strong percent, almost 40% Ghanaian blood makes sense to me. And I always assumed that it would be from Kenya or Nigeria, but Kenya's a close second at almost 20%, so that's really, really cool. So the 93% African, and then 6% European. And when you look at the European, it's not even, 5% Irish or Scottish or whatever. It's broken down like 2% Scandinavian, 1% Irish, 1% Western European, 1% Eastern European, and 1% British, Great Britain. And then there's West Asia, which is less than 1%. The trace regions are Caucasus. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. But to be 93% African, you're almost 100% African, and I am okay with that. I'm proud to take it any day. So long story short, this is a really fun thing to do. There's Ancestry.com for Americans, Ancestry.ca for Canadians. In Canada, it's about $150 Canadian to take the test. They mail it to you. You do your little saliva sample, you mail it back, and then they process it in a lab and upload your results. So that's basically what I did. It took a little bit longer than I expected because I ordered it end of February. I received my results the middle of May, but it was a great experience overall. The money was worth it because I do have one sibling, a brother. We share the same parents, and our DNA test would be almost identical. So for me doing this, he doesn't have to go out and do it. But he is saying that he wants to take a test from another site called 23andMe just to compare the ethnicity results, what he's predisposed to health-wise. So that should be interesting for him. And I just encourage anyone who's curious to do this test. When it comes to like Black history, a lot of the time, because slavery was so prominent, you can't really trace back your roots as far as you'd like to sometimes. So I always grew up, like I said, knowing that my ancestors were slaves, knowing that they came to the Caribbean to work, being in Grenada and actually seeing the plantation fields, the sugar plantations, and being told that, a lot of people in the Caribbean are a mix of things, but that my mix would be Indian, if anything, and then to get my DNA results and find out I have no Aboriginal in me, I have no Indian, South Asian in me, it's just almost completely Black with just a little bit of European. That's kind of surprising, but it also gives me a little bit of peace of mind. So I really enjoyed doing this. It was a fun experience, and I would highly recommend it to anyone else. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.